Hello and welcome. In this lesson, we'll learn how to use rulers, guidelines, and your grid when you are designing. So you can see it's very important that you know how to make use of your guidelines for proper arrangement while designing. So this is your ruler. Here that is the we have horizontal and vertical rulers. And when you click on this, you will see you have your guidelines. Okay. So these are your guidelines. And this particular one now is your grid. Okay, so now let's start. Let me first of all delete this. Okay, so now this ruler that you can see now, you can see that our unit is in centimeters: 0, 5 centimeters, 10, 15. If I want to change this unit now, I can simply right click on this ruler setup, and this centimeters I'll change it to like millimeters. Then you notice the change. Just observe. Instead of the 5 is now 50, 100, 150, and so the unit now is in millimeters. But let me bring it back to centimeters. Okay, so now when you go to the view rulers, so in case you are not seeing your ruler here, you come and check it here. If you want to check it, it's not going to show. So you can go to view, and you check your rulers. Okay, so now that's for the ruler. So now we have the guidelines. So now when you click and drag this from this ruler, you have your guidelines, both the verticals and the horizontal, and they help you to align with your objects. So like this object now, when you look at this now, if I should have another object here now, okay, just place it here now. Okay, so this will help me to align these objects by the left now. So if I want to align the object at the top, I will simply bring the guideline. Okay, and you have it. So this will actually guide you for proper alignment. Okay, so the same thing by the right, you click and drag just like this, and it's not something special. Okay, so now, so to change the color of this guidelines, so if you want to change the color, first of all, if you cannot find your guidelines here, simply goes to Windows, Dockers, and guideline. You can see that mine is checked. Okay, or you simply click on this plus button to check the guidelines. It is selected. So when you expand this now, you will see the color of this the default color, the set color. The color is set for this guideline. So once you change it to any other color now, let's say like this green now. Okay, green. So it means that if I should drag out anyone now and deselect it, it's going to be green and it's no longer blue. So to change the color of this guideline, maybe you are working you are carrying out a complex project and you have several guidelines and you want to differentiate them. So to change the color of this particular one now, I will simply go to my this color palette. Now let me just pick anyone. Like you see this yellow, click and drag it to this guideline. Look at the sign. Look at how what the mask cursor changes to. So this is it. Then you release, and that is what you can see now. It's no longer blue or green. Again, it's yellow. So if I want to change it to blue, I'll click and drag and release it, and I've changed it to blue. So that is it on the guidelines. So we have what alignment guides and dynamic guides. Okay, something so like I want to select everything here and delete it. So if I should press Ctrl A, it will select my text and shapes and whatever except these rulers. So if it is rulers that I want to select, I will click on one of them, then Ctrl plus A, Ctrl A, and to select all the rulers without selecting the text. And so I'll just hit my delete button on now, get rid of them. So now let's assume that I want so go to your view now. This alignment guide, if it is unchecked, you check it like this. So now without my guidelines, now I can still align this object with the help of the alignment guide. So this is this object, right? If I should click, you can see. So just check carefully. Look at the top, look at the center and the bottom. You have lines there showing that this object, they are aligned to the top, bottom and the center. So right click to copy it there. If I should click and drag again to this side, you can see the line top, center and bottom. You can see even the spacing. Just look down, you will see arrows like that showing the distance between two objects. So and look at where the mouse cursor is. You see X spacing 0.941, which is telling me that the distance between this object now, they are what, equal. So we are equally spaced apart. So right click to copy it there. So it tells you to maintain space in case maybe you are working now, you want to list many items there. So this alignment guide will help you to ensure that the spacing between one line and the other are not different. So if I should bring it here now, the same thing. Look at the left, the right and the center. Click. If I should drag it here now, you can see. Just look at it very well. The lines are faint, so we'll just look at it and you see it. Move it and you see the spacing, okay? X spacing 0.94, the same unit. So with this help of alignment guide now, you can see how I was able to align this object properly even without the use of what my guidelines. Okay, so let me select and delete. And you can also make use of so there's another option here that you should know, snap to. So when you click snap to guidelines, so whenever you have a guideline like this and you select this object, once you drag it, you can see it will snap it to the guideline for you, then you release. That is it. You can see how easy it is for you to align your object. Just check the snap to guideline and just do it like this. It will tell you when it's already at the guideline, so you release. So you can see how this can makes work easier for you. Can see? Let's look at it. Once it gets to where the guideline is, you see the color like this, then you release. So very easy. So this is very important that you know how to align your design elements properly. So now that is it for. So you can also check the dynamic guides, and you have like a diagonal line between at the center of objects like that when you are trying to move them. Okay, so now let's move to the, so we've talked about the rulers now. You can use you can go to view to activate your ruler, and you go to edit. You can change the unit of your ruler, whatever. And we also learn about the guideline now. You can bring them, change their colors, change the snap to guideline and whatsoever, and how you can align your objects using alignment guide. So now let's move to grid now. So when you just come to this place, you will see show grid here. So you can go to view and what view grid, and you have a document grid, you have baseline. So let's start with this one. So you can see grids here. So your grid now, this also help you to align your object. So once you go to view now and you click on snap to document grid, so whenever you are moving this object, it will show grid. See the grid at where the mouse cursor. So if you release it, this object will snap to grid. You can see both the horizontal line and the vertical, they are on top of what, all of these lines. So just look grid, anywhere you see grid, release and it will go fit in perfectly. So now you can even increase the size of this grid in case it's too small and you need a bigger one. Okay, so you can either go to this place, tools, options, corridor, and I will come to this place, documents. Okay, now I'll go to grid. And you can change, decide how many, like number of grids you want for every 1 centimeter. If you check it to, you decrease it to like let's say 0.5 or maybe 1.0. Let's just pick randomly 0.7. So now okay, now you can see that it's now bigger. It means that for every 1 centimeter you not even have even up to one, so it will now be bigger. If you should set it to 0.7, the same thing. So that is in case you want to book. I don't use this grid much. Guideline is okay for me. I hardly use this grid. I don't use it. I'm used to guidelines. In case I want to align anything, I'll just use it. Or maybe when you're in your logo design or you want to use grid method, you can actually make use of it. But for now, that's just it. So you can bring it back to, you can leave it like this if you are okay. Or just simply right click. The other going to tools, even that one is too long. Just right click and go straight. And so let me just leave it at one. Okay, and I have it like this. I can simply click here to hide it, or maybe you go to your view grid and you uncheck it. So there's another one called it's still under this grid, baseline grid. So you can see this one now. It helps you to align your document at the base, like okay, just you can see the base of this. Now in case you have more than 2 objects there, you just check to ensure that you can use your arrow key to nudge it down. Okay, this one too, you can see. So now this line has helped you now to be on the same line, okay, by starting at the bottom. So anyhow, so I think I think we can go to object view again, grid, and also you uncheck it, and that's it. So if there's anything later, then we'll learn as we move on. For now, that is it on how to use the rulers, guidelines, and grids. So